I like how it's like the MSI guard, right? And it's just like, is this like, hi.
Laws. Can a man enjoy the smooth menthol flavor of a Stogie Slim in peace?
You got a lot of brass for a man doing absolutely nothing. Yeah, it's like, you got a lot of balls to talk shit when you literally have nothing else.
What I am doing, sir, is enjoying the moment. It's so rare that I can seize one apart from the jabbering masses of this wretched place.
Your neighbors aren't missing your company either, come to think of it.
And how should they know what they're missing? I recall when Stellar Bay was a proper board-affiliated town with regular shipments of Auntie Cleo's best and all the cereals. Before Sanjar took over MSI and got us all booted.
You missed the good old days?
Days of consumption and culture. When we weren't squabbling with the iconoclasts for lack of better things to do. Look, you're making me melancholy. Is there something you wanted?
No, you're a dick. Leave you be. Alright. Monarch. What's up?
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others, sir.
Hey.
Greetings, and welcome to Monarch Stellar Industries, producers and purveyors of the finest salt tuna in Halcyon. What can I do for you today?
Grim asked me to check with you about his tossball poster.
You know, sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that man, because I told him to stop bothering me about it a week ago. I still don't know anything about it, but if you want to help him, Velma's the one to ask. She's in the warehouse. But I'll warn you, Grim wore her patience thin a long time ago.
Earlier I heard you said you were having money trouble.
Or is he not paying you on account of how he tried to fix the thing his own self and busted it even worse, and then said you wasn't fixing it fast enough, so he's docking your wages again?
Okay.
Not that I got any prior experience with such.
Right.
Not at all. Mr. Nandi treats us all right and pays us well. I just spent most of my paycheck on Raptidon acid.
Do you normally blow your money on Rapidon parts? Yeah, it's like...
Laws, no. Sometimes it's canid teeth, or mantis worm wings. Whatever Sebastian has in stock, really.
If you got that many bits to spend, I got some trash to sell you.
Oh, I don't need any of it. It's also I can talk to Sebastian. He doesn't get going about much else.
I reckon she's got a little bit of a squish on this fella.
Yeah.
He's sort of the strong, silent type. Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff. And some of the neighbors are complaining about the smell.
Now, obviously I would be like, let me be helpful. But first I gotta go through the obvious route of...
I couldn't. What if he says no? Hey, maybe you could ask him for me. I mean, a no would still be bad, but it won't be quite as embarrassing if you ask. Oh, Mr. Nandi's doing that thing where he breathes through his nose real slowly. I'd better get back to work.
I just did it right now because of how insufferable that off... Oh, what if he said no? Oh, why don't you do it in my stead? No! No! What do you see in him, though?
He doesn't talk much, but he's got this quiet intensity, you know? Like there's stuff going on inside his head that you have no idea about. Plus, he's got great legs. It's hard to find a man who doesn't skimp on lower body exercises.
I'll admit, she's not wrong. I hate doing leg day. It sucks. Really want to be someone to talk to, kid?
You think that's what I'm looking for? You're funny.
Well, there are other fish in the sea.
Not in Stellar Bay. Everyone else who isn't taken either smells like salt tuna or they're my boss. Besides, a man with a good smile and a proportionate upper to lower body ratio isn't something to pass up.
What? What? What does that even mean? Anyway. Yeah, that's all I need to...
Sometimes I get carried away.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later. Anyway, do I actually have any reason to be here? So, Bay. Hey.
Well, new business turns up at last. Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
Okay.
You've often posed these very questions.
Myself,
Clear
please.
my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me.
That is very generous of you.
Celia, will you make a note of that for my self-review? Very generous.
Noted.
But not so generous I can't drive a good bargain. Now, who sent you? Rizzo's, perhaps? Or Auntie Cleo herself?
I'm just looking for the local information broker.
Hiram? Why, he's probably still out at Devil's Peak. Not that he's had the courtesy to notify me, at any rate. But if you're here for him, I suppose that means you aren't here for Saltuna.
Hey, always could be both.
Now, there's no need to humor me. I'm used to this particular letdown.
Seems like you're having a rough time, Mr. Sanjar. Are you doing quite all right?
Oh, don't worry on my account. This is merely the latest in a long line of professional erotic and athletic disappointments. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems we're back to the drawing board.
Yeah, so what are you actually trying to accomplish, honestly?
Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now. Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious.
And you're tired of scrounging and scraping by, is that it?
Yes, freedom is a tempting ideal, but a rather costly paramour.
Exactly. Intellectualism fuels the train to mankind's future, but the tracks the train runs on are forged from practicality.
Thanks, Vicar.
Mr. Vicar, I don't want to be rude, but I don't think that means anything.
Yes, it's as though the good vicar has plucked the very words from my brain.
So, what do you mean to do about it?
Well, Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
But will that help the people here, Mr. Sanjar? Keep them fed and safe?
Sanjar.
That's precisely what I'm
Sanjar.
trying to do.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
This lady knows what's going on.
It's true, our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any other company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a two-pronged approach, and the first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended.
Okay, fine, but how do you mean to do that?
With a Bolt 52 cartridge, of course.
What?
If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
What is it?
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordnance.
Well, once you had the Bull 52, what's the other part?
I'll need to gather some supplemental materials, but I mustn't get ahead of myself.
You do tend to do that.
The Bolt 52 will be in the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in. And these days, it's overrun with marauders and raptidons.
Why are you saying that in that way? Well, then, guess I'll go get your Bull 52.
Do be careful. I've lost more than a few people to marauders and raptidons out there. Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
Alright, well, before I go, I need to ask you
What
about
can I do for you?
I met Grim, the landing guy.
I see. And was his delivery of the MSI authorized greeting up to snuff?
Yeah, you did a bang up job.
Well, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback makes it into his review.
Sweet.
What else can I do for you?
I have questions about this place.
Then it's good that I keep such meticulous notes.
How did you guys get fucked off of the board?
I've asked myself the same thing many times, especially seeing as the legal mechanisms we employed were part of the board's own bylaws.
Wait, so you initiated your own removal from the board?
Not intentionally, though that's technically true. For many years, this planet was home to as many corporations as Terra 2. But back then, it was known as Terra 1.
What happened to the corporations?
As you may have noticed, this planet has more than its share of hazards. And as the other corporations began to tally their losses, they decided to pull out.
But not MSI, right?
Our leadership at the time certainly wanted to.
And how did that work out?
Most regard Monarch as a lost cause. But there were others of us who saw an opportunity. The chance to improve working hours and conditions, to reform MSI from the ground up.
How forward thinking of you, honestly.
It's humane, but it's also good business sense. Exhausted, sick, and malnourished workers are not productive workers. Even a cursory review of the data bears that out.
I hope you'd treat them nice, whether it was good business or not, Mr. Sanjar. That's what being a community means. Treating people right, because it's the right thing to do.
Ms. Holcomb is our endlessly optimistic crew hand. It's good for the captain's morale.
Indeed.
A noble thought, Miss Holcomb. Unfortunately, noble thoughts rarely sway board policy. Anyway, we learned of a loophole in the corporate bylaws that would allow MSI to claim ownership of the entire planet once the other corporations pulled out, creating the perfect environment for us to enact these new reforms.
Using the board's own tools against them, then. Smart.
That's what I thought. But the senior executives laughed in our faces and insisted we'd be relocating to Terra 2 along with everyone else.
Yeah, here you are. Still, it's like hope you gave them the finger.
In a manner of speaking, many of us stayed behind, in an act of quiet but firm defiance. As the most senior executive remaining, I ended up in charge of what was left of MSI.
Okay.
I moved forward with our planned reforms, as well as our strategy to assume ownership of the planet. Yet not long after I renamed it Monarch, the other corporations dislodged us from the board and began an official campaign to paint us as lawless savages.
But why would they do that?
I don't know. Everything we did was legal and above board. We followed their rules, and yet they still found reasons to declare us outlaws. I do think there's something useful in a governing body like the board. Something that keeps us from anarchy, but I dearly wish it functioned differently.
Well, what's the hazard clause, though?
It's a legal provision that gives the board the authority to cordon off any planet or location that it deems dangerous.
But wait, what happens to the folks stuck on the wrong side of dangerous?
I'm afraid the welfare of a few hundred people is too minor a figure into the board's risk assessments.
And they invoked on Monarch.
Yes, making all of MSI criminals in the board's eyes. Rather hard to run a business that way.
So why do you want to get back on the board?
Why wouldn't anyone? They own nearly all the resources and infrastructure in Halcyon.
Without the board, chaos would overtake the system. Working within the established order isn't a principle to snub one's nose at, Captain.
To be on the board is to be part of the colonial community. And being cut off means slow strangulation.
Well, it's like they treat you pretty roughly. Like, is it really worth?
I'm not a man to put pride before progress. If membership on the board can ease our hardships and provide us with opportunities, then that's the path I mean to pursue.
Okay.
Besides, I'm hopeful that additional leverage on our part will allow us a more equitable relationship.
Leverage?
Don't get ahead of yourself, sir.
Yes. It'll be easier to explain once we have the Bolt 52. My hope is to maintain the reforms we've managed here, and who knows? Perhaps once we're restored, we could spread them to other corporations.
Alright, well, I want to talk to something else.
What can I do for you?
I gotta go. Alright, so. Okay, so we got Yacht Club vendor, we got another vendor. Alright, let's see. Oh, Jesus. Oh, nice. We got a flintlock. Sick. Does jack shit compared to me, but hey, why not? It really does jack shit to me. Jesus. Okay. Oh, we got a Pristini. Nice. Okay, first off, let's go to this and see what we can provide to her. Can I sort it in a different way? Value? No. Wait. Give you that for now. Unless something else has a better DPS output. Oh. There. That has a better DPS output. Okay. Also, what would be a better... here we go. Alright, thank you. Now, Vicar, what do you have? Sawed off shoddy. Guess what? You're going LMG, my guy. My dude. My little dude. Because... oh, actually, no. Better yet. Flamer. You get a flamer as well. Melee weapon. You get that. Actually, better yet, you can get this. Why not, you know? Okay, so what do we have? We have the arms building. We have the space crime. Don't bite the sun. Alright, first off, we gotta get that. Sweetheart cake. No, it's... Duck's back casserole. When in Rome, you know.
Velma seem out of sorts to you?
She's always cranky.
No, I mean, more than usual.
Wouldn't know. I made it a point to stay out of her way.
Okay, residents. What the hell is that sound? I don't even know. Anyway. Hey.
Good day to you.
Hey.
Whoa, by the stars, my poor heart. I just about pissed my jumpsuit.
Didn't mean to stall you, dude.
Most people don't. Besides, this place is enough to try anyone's nerves.
How's that?
Where should I begin? With the oversized mantisaurs? Or perhaps the rap spewing acid at our walls? The board was right. This place isn't fit for human habitation. And I was a fool for staying.
So, my engineer is looking to get a dustback casserole. Can you cook one of those?
That was a real popular meal 10, 20 years back. Before the board tucked tail and ran. These days, everybody's had a belly full of salt tuna. They all want borscht. And the mushrooms, well, not many venture out of town, what with the monsters hereabouts. I can whip one up for you, but it'll cost. Here's a menu.
Oh, yikes. I can't cover this much, Captain.
Yeah, I'll cover it. I have no problem with that. Well, I'll get back to you.
Sure, just let me know.
I'm off.
Lucky you.
Okay, let's see here. So what is my intimidate right now? Five. I need 5 more. Inventory. Meds. Increase. What is... Hold on, wait, what is this? This is under dialogue. Do I have anything for dialogue? Because if I can get something for dialogue, that would be good. Personality. Is man. I don't know. Okay. Maybe mind? Oh. How's that? Does that work? Wrong thing got one up. Shit. Okay. I'm trying to think here. That is a body thing. Okay. Where is body attributes? Where's the one with body attributes? Shit. Was it up here? No. 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 Mind attributes. Body attributes. Here we go. Drink you. And then... yeah. Come... oh, I'm so close. Wait. Why is it still giving me a +4? What the hell? Hold on. Drink. Okay, is there a way for me to drop shit? Just do a temporary drop of everything. Just a temporary drop.
I see you stuck around. If you got the
There we
bits-
go.
What? No, Captain, I don't want you to do it this way.
It's all right, miss. I'm a coward at heart. Made that clear from the outset. Look, Captain. This is the best I can do without putting myself out of business.
I'm glad you saw reason. 2,000 bits more better.
I'm mighty glad you reckon so. This is gonna take about an hour in the oven. Nothing I can do to speed it. That's just how cooking.
Just don't.
There we are. Now, if you don't mind, I really need to take a leak.
My belly's gurgling just to smell it, Mr. Raymond. Thank you so much.
A pleasure to help such a charming young lady. You're a gentle soul, miss. Be careful with this one, all right? He's kind of a brute.
Oh, gosh. My tum's rumbling just smelling that casserole.
Thank you very much. Now, let me just... Alright, let's have fun. And spam. There we go. Okay, cool. I don't know how that worked, but it worked. Great. Look, man, I'm just gonna say it worked out in the end. I'm fine with it. Oh, God. I mean, it worked, you know? It worked. Alright, so you. I'll sell you. I'm funny. Great. I'm great at this game, you know. Thinking on the top of my head, we are not selling that. We are not selling that. All right. So you. Anything like single digit, we're selling. There we go. Okay, now sell junk. Perfect. Cool.
Help! Someone's been killed! I think I'm gonna be sick.
Are you alright?
No! I just stepped in a dead man's blood. And I think one of the flies landed on my mouth. If you're going into the apartments, do not go into the lower one on the right. That's where the body is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go contemplate a hot shower.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Just spooked me, was all.
What a gruesome way to die.
Yeah, no kidding. This spelling slips couple weird, mostly colonists. Okay. So ragged outfit, stuff in the suitcase. Ah, so he was trying to make a run for it. Wagers. Alright, first off. Since we're in the area, might as well do it. My curiosity piques me, so we are.
If Velma's capable of running the warehouse, she can certainly pick up her own caffeinoid.
Don't be so hard on her. With Brax missing, she's working doubles and needs a little edge.
Very well, dearie. But you stop by anytime you like, hmm?
Thanks, I'll keep that in mind.